Virgin Media have been working on a lean program for the last 3 years. We have an operational excellence model that we've built that helps us work out where we are. We call that from swamp to summit. We are working our way to what we call base camp level, which gets us to a point where we can understand the operation and start to make real difference in terms of improvement. So in terms of rolling this our model out, there are a number of things going on in parallel. We started off with trying to get some quick wins under our belt so that we could start to really make a difference, and found some really good sites, particularly in our telesales environment, where we could introduce lean tools. While we were doing that, we've been working with the board to establish what operational excellence looks like, devised our model, created some new tools around that model so that we could judge the organisation against that and start to make some measurement about where we really were. And then knowing that, we can then devise our improvement programme, and the tools we use within the programme are dependent entirely on how the operation performs against our excellence model. Success is measured in a number of ways. We worry, of course, about productivity, about performance. We worry about quality, cost and delivery. We worry about risk. We worry about whether people have the skills and the techniques and the capability to do the jobs they're employed to do. Ultimately, though, we judge ourselves by our customer feedback, and Net Promoter Score is the way that we judge that. And we use that to tell us just how good we're really doing, so that we don't try and convince ourselves from our internal metrics. And that gives us a reality and a realism that allows us to really make a difference on processes when you bring all those things together. So being a Virgin company, you'd expect us to take people and employees and change very, very seriously, and we do. So the way that we interact with people throughout the projects that we run and the deployments that we do is very important to us. Typically, it would start with an early engagement with area management, understanding the as-is, the now, then working with all of the people within the organisation. We run hearts and minds sessions, so every single person within the organisation understands what we're going to do. They get involved in things like process user groups. We also have an internal academy, our Operational Excellence Academy, which means that everybody gets trained in lean basics, a level 1A train. We're accredited with Cardiff University for that, which makes a big difference to our people. They're involved all the time. We run building buzzes. We run day-long activity sessions we call Believing Quality Days, where we concentrate on things like voice of the customer, variation, innovation and change, team building and those sort of things. So a whole mix of things, but that runs all the way through the campaign. And as we get more and more professional in our lean operation, morning huddles, using the skills matrix to understand where change is happening and make sure that happens well. And that continues. It's a never-ending process. I guess the first lesson I think I learned as I joined Virgin Media is that despite the fact that people wanted me to come and bring Six Sigma, that wasn't actually right for us. And all of the tools that were within that massive toolkit around Lean, Sigma, operational excellence, change management, all those are all important at the right time. And so it's finding the right tool for the job. If you need a hammer, use a hammer. If you need a scalpel, use a scalpel. And so we're very careful about how we deploy. We make sure that the thing is right for the situation that we're faced with, and that we then move it forward by using the right tools. That's a very important part to us. The other piece is, particularly as I sort of grew up in this, in GE, where great leadership and all of those things are around you, and you know, with Jack Welch, you'd feel one form of leadership. Not all companies are run the same, not all companies are wired the same, and you can't get your leadership team in front of everything. You have to have them in front of the right things, and when they're there for the right things, the difference is immense. So those are the two most important things for me.